Title: Understanding Romans 11:11-21. Rediscovering. God's plan for all background music fades. In narrator. Welcome, dear listeners, as we embark on a profound journey unraveling the timeless wisdom found in the verse of the Bible, Romans 11:11-21. Join us in exploring the beautiful message of God's plan for all humanity. In this section of the book of Romans, the Apostle Paul shares his divine insight into the Gentiles and the Jews in the context of God's redemptive plan. Paul writes, "So I ask, do they stumble in order, that they might fall? By no means. Rather, through their trespass, salvation has come to the Gentiles, so as to make Israel jealous." We find ourselves in the midst of an astonishing. Paul tells us that it is not by chance that some among the Jewish people did not accept Jesus as their Messiah. For through their unbelief, salvation was extended to the Gentiles, allowing all nations to experience God's grace and mercy. Indeed, salvation would be within everyone's reach. Now, if their trespass means riches for the world, and if their failure means riches for the Gentiles, how much more will their full inclusion mean? Our hearts are filled with hope as we ponder the immense riches that await both the Gentiles and the Jewish people, once the latter fully embraces the Messiah, a glorious unity of faith and redemption, bringing forth an abundance of blessings for all believers. Paul urges us further. "Now I am speaking to you Gentiles. Inasmuch then as I am an apostle to the Gentiles, I magnify my ministry in order somehow to make my fellow Jews jealous, and thus save some of them." Paul's exhortation reverberates through the ages. As the Gentiles received the gospel, Paul desired to stir jealousy within his fellow Jews, ultimately leading them to salvation. A profound desire that members of both communities may experience the fullness of God's love and rejoice together in his kingdom. Paul concludes with a powerful analogy. "For if the dough offered as first fruits is holy, so is the whole lump. And if the root is holy, so are the branches." Narrator. Like a master baker, Paul uses the image of dough and its roots to illustrate a vital truth. Just as the first fruits of dough and its root determine its holiness, so it is with the Jewish people and their heritage. Their holy root extends to all believers, making each branch intertwined with divine purpose and significance. Dear listeners, let us cherish the profound wisdom of Romans 11:21, recognizing God's marvelous plan for humanity. Through the unbelief of some, salvation extended to the Gentiles. And through the salvation of the Gentiles, the Jewish people are drawn back to the fold. As we reflect on Paul's words, let us celebrate the unity found in our shared faith and embrace God's boundless love. May we strive to create a world where all believers can stand as living testimonies of his grace, as branches bonded to the holy roots of our faith. Thank you for embarking on this enlightening journey with us. May the verse of the Bible, Romans 11:11-21, forever guide us towards unity, understanding, and the beauty of God's redemptive plan for all humanity.